When the object is in motion, the energy possessed by the object when it is in motion is kinetic energy. Okay, the energy which is being possessed by the object when it is in motion is kinetic energy. Mathematically, what is kinetic energy equal to? It is equal to 1/2 of mv square. Now we have to derive that how we came to this conclusion that kinetic energy is equal to 1/2 of mv square, or potential energy is mgh. So we have to derive it mathematically. For example, if you know, this is the duster which is in my hand. When it comes in motion, it will be having the energy which we call as kinetic energy. So any object, whether it is pencil, whether it is duster, whether it is eraser, if it is in motion, it will be possessed which energy? The energy possessed by the object due to its motion is what we call as kinetic energy. So if the object is in motion, it will have kinetic energy, and kinetic energy is half of mv square. Now how can we came to this conclusion that kinetic energy is equal to half of mv square? Okay, suppose a ball, we are having a ball of mass m. There I am having a ball. This is a ball whose mass is m. What is mass of the ball? It is m. Right? Suppose, as I have told you, that I am having a ball whose mass is m. When I saw it, it was in motion. So if it is in motion, let its velocity be equal to v. Let the velocity of body be equal to v. Or you can say, somehow we have seen a meteorite. Suppose there is a meteorite m of mass m. A meteorite of mass m which is moving with velocity v, or object. Suppose mass of this pen is m, and when it is moving, it has some velocity. If it is in motion, it has some velocity. So suppose the velocity of the object which is in motion is v, right? If it is at position A, when we have seen it at position A, its velocity is v and its mass is m. A moving object, any meteorite, it can be any object which is in motion, has mass m and it is moving with velocity v. Okay. If a meteorite enter into the Earth's atmosphere, because of the friction of the Earth's atmosphere, its velocity will decrease, right? Okay. Suppose there is a change in the medium. In the same manner, we kicked a football of mass m, which was moving with velocity v. When it is in motion, it was moving with velocity v. Due to the friction of the ground, okay, at position B, the mass will not change, but the velocity becomes 0. Ultimately, it came to rest. Okay? When it enter, if there is an asteroid, there is change in medium. So due to the friction of the air, its velocity becomes zero. Or if I kicked a football when it was in motion, its mass is m and its velocity was v, but due to the friction on the ground, due to the friction offered by the ground, its velocity changes to zero. So it comes to rest and its velocity comes to zero, right? But this change in motion was because of the force. Whether the force was atmospheric force or whether the force was friction, the force was friction of atmosphere or force friction of the ground. Frictional force was there which changed the velocity of the object. For example, if I am having this rubber, it comes to rest. If I make, first of all, I apply the force to bring it in motion, but after some time, it will come to the rest. Why it will come to the rest? Due to the resistance, due to the friction, which is being offered by the medium in which it is moving, right? If it is moving in air, then friction of air will stop a moving object. If it is moving on the ground, then the friction of the ground will stop the moving object, right? So suppose this was the ball which you kicked and its mass was m. Yeah, suppose this was the asteroid which enters into the earth's medium, whose mass was m, but due to the frictional force F which was offered by the ground, okay, or by the air, the frictional force because of which the velocity of the object changes to zero, that ultimately the object was in rest. Like football, आपको मैंने अभी example दिया football का, you can understand it with the example of football also, that when we apply the force F on the football, it comes in motion, and when it was in motion, the football, it is having its kinetic energy, let its mass be m and it is moving with the velocity v, but due to the frictional force of the ground, which is F, its velocity becomes zero, but the mass will remain same, right? Due to the opposing force, the body will continuously retard. Due to the frictional force, because of the frictional force offered by the ground, the ball will slow, there will be the change in the speed of the ball, and ultimately the velocity of the ball will be zero, right? So in this case, work has been done because when the force is applied, there was a motion and the body covers some distance. So what was the work done in this case? Work done was F into S. In going through the distance S, the work done by the object M is equal to F into S, right? The work done, but here, जो force of friction है, it is changing its velocity, right? At position B, ultimately, when the object comes to rest, there is no motion, so therefore, there will be no kinetic energy. Once the object is not in motion, once the object has stopped, the kinetic energy will be zero. This means that kinetic energy of the body has been used to do the work, because once the object stopped, the kinetic energy has been used to do the work. So I can say that kinetic energy which was possessed by the object when it was in motion is equal to the work done by the body. Okay, work done by the body is equal to the kinetic energy, right? So in other words, I can say that kinetic energy is equal to F into S. Kinetic energy possessed by the body is equal to F into S, right? Now we have to see that what is this F equal to, and as we know that it is the distance. I have told you when the object of mass m, its velocity was v at position B, due to the opposing force F, it ultimately stops, its velocity became zero. Its velocity became zero, right? But its mass remained the same, right? So what was the initial velocity? Initial velocity of the object when it was in motion is v, right? And final velocity, या यू कुछ भी कह सकते हैं, फाइनल वेलोसिटी v is 0. Final velocity is v, that becomes 0 due to the frictional force, right? If there is change in velocity, then there should be there is the acceleration a, but it was not acceleration, it was retardation, minus a. So the acceleration will be here minus a, because it was retardation is there, not acceleration is there, right? And the distance covered by the object is equal to s. Distance was s. I hope you must have understood this example, that suppose there was a body of mass m who was in motion. Its velocity was, initial velocity was v, but due to the frictional force, right, its velocity becomes 0, okay, but its mass remained the same. As there is the change in the velocity, so there must be the acceleration, but the acceleration was not there, it's the retardation, that is negative acceleration, because the velocity is changing and velocity is decreasing. Ultimately the velocity becomes 0, so the final velocity v becomes 0. But once the object has stopped, it has no kinetic energy. It means that when the object was in motion, the kinetic energy has been utilized to do the work. So work done by the object here is F into S. So in other words, we can say that kinetic energy is equal to F into S, because work done by the object is equal to the energy, right? So according to third equation of motion, v square is equal to u square plus 2as, right? We are finding the velocity, right? V square is equal to u square plus 2as. But what is the final velocity of the object? Substituting the value, final velocity of the object is 0. What was the initial velocity? It is v square plus 2. What is the acceleration? It is minus a. And what is the distance? It is s. So what will our equation become? It is 0 is equal to v square minus 2as. V square is 0 is equal to v square minus 2as, right? Or in other words, I can say that 2as is equal to v square. 2as is equal to v square, right? Because if I change it, if I change its side, it will become from minus, it will change its sign. When you bring it on this side, it will become plus. So rewriting the value, we can say that v square is equal to 2as. V square is equal to 2as, right? From Newton's second law of motion, F is equal to m into A. F is equal to m into A. So what will be A equal to? A in terms of F and M, it will be F into M, right? F upon M. Okay, now substitute the value of A in this equation. V square is equal to 2as. Substituting the value of A in V square is equal to 2as. So what will our equation become once we substitute the value? It will 2 into F upon M into S, right? It will become 2 into F into S upon M, right? Then if I bring it on this side, here it is in division. When I will bring it on this side, it will change into multiplication. So what will be it? V square into M is equal to 2 into F into S, right? Here the 2 is in multiplication. If I changes it side, it will, here it will come in the division. So we can write F into S is equal to V square M upon 2, right? V square upon 2. Now F into S is equal to mv square upon 2. But what has been the work done equal to? When the object was changing and it ultimately went to the rest. It ultimately went to the rest. So the kinetic energy was equal to the work done. So here work done is F into S. So I can say that instead of F into S, it is kinetic energy is equal to mv square upon 2. That means half of mv square. Right? I hope that you must have. For example, now you have, if there is this example on your screen where we are supposed to find out the kinetic energy possessed by the object if the mass of the object is 15 kg and it is moving with the velocity 4 meter per second. So the kinetic energy possessed by the object will be, what is the mass of the object? It is 15 kg. What is the velocity of the object? It is 4 meter per second. Substituting the values of these mass and velocity in the formula, that is kinetic energy is half of mv square. Solving it, we will get the how much energy is possessed by the object, how much kinetic energy is possessed by the object when it is in motion. Okay. There are some important conclusion about kinetic energy. I said that kinetic energy is half of mv square. Kinetic energy is half of mv square. This is the also one of the way of writing. It means that kinetic energy of an object is directly proportional to mass of the body. If I scrap one half, it will become proportional. The equivalent sign will change into proportionality, and kinetic energy is equal to, kinetic energy is directly proportional to mass. It means that if mass increases, automatically kinetic energy increases. And kinetic energy is directly proportional to the square of the velocity. It means that if velocity of a body is doubled, its kinetic energy will become 4 times. Okay, so we have to solve certain problems. Now we are having another when the object, the energy which is being possessed by the object, when it comes in, the energy possessed by the object due to its position is called as potential energy. Energy possessed by the object due to its position or shape is called as potential energy. In order to understand the potential energy, I would like to describe in front of you an example. That suppose if there is a brick which you keep, suppose if there is a brick, like this duster is the brick, and you put it on your head, it is easily possible for us to put the brick on our head, but when the same brick is allowed to fall from a certain distance on our head, we will be injured. Why this happens? Although mass is same, but what changes is the velocity, and what changes is its position. So where the energy possessed by the object due to its position, we call it as kinetic energy. Sorry, not kinetic, we call it as potential energy. Right? Potential energy is equal to M into G into H. Potential energy possessed by any object is equal to M is mass, G gravitational potential, into H means at what height it is there, right? Due to its position also. Here you can see if a rubber band is stretched and then released. When the rubber band is stretched, energy is transferred to it and it is stored in the form of potential energy. So when an object, so we can say the potential energy of an object is due to its position above the earth, and it is equal to the work done by the object against gravity in moving the body to that position, right? Mathematically, potential energy is equal to mgh.